bring it back to the Mediterranean. So, thinking historically, this is a very old map of the Mediterranean basin, around the Mediterranean Sea, and all the countries here, from Spain to Turkey to Israel, Egypt, Morocco, have different culinary cuisines. But work out what were the nutritional value of the Mediterranean diet, but not only the diet, also the lifestyle. So there's a sort of, we can imagine a platonic ideal of what the Mediterranean diet comprises. And then each country, according to their culture and their cuisine, will have a variant of the Mediterranean diet and lifestyle. And we tried to, and the purpose of our committee was to deliberate, and it wasn't easy, to come up with communality or common factors that can explain. There were a number of considerations, and I'm not going to burden you with all of them. I just want to highlight in the middle. First of all, the idea that it had to be affordable. It's no good trying to make recommendations to the general public who can't buy fruits and vegetables, who can't buy fish in different countries at different prices. And why? Because the number one public health nutritional problem, as you all know, is obesity. Diabetes and obesity, and that is common in the lower social economic groups. So that was something. The challenge of biodiversity and ecological friendly diet, very important. Consideration of the lifestyle, but above all, we didn't want any patents or copyright. This is a universal heritage, the Mediterranean diet, starting with countries bordering on the Mediterranean Sea. The thing is the principle of a pyramid. Unlike IBM or all the firms here in Alimentaria, the most important part of the nutritional is at the bottom, not at the top. Okay? So it's a bottom-up approach. When you see things at the bottom, those are the most important. This is designed for the adult, healthy population, and it's very important when we see the servings that in individual countries they have their own serving size. But the key word is frugality or moderation. We all have eyes bigger than our stomachs, unfortunately. So, at the bottom, all day we should be drinking water, and it can be tap water when the water supply is clean and safe, but also herbal infusions that are traditional, it can be tea and also coffee, but be careful of the sweetness, be careful of the sweetness. Then at every main meal, fruits and vegetables of a variety of colors. If you want to make a bad pun, instead of eating calories, you should eat calories, yes? Getting all the colors of what, certainly for fruit and vegetables, which can be cooked or raw, right? And then the staples, depending on the cuisine and the country, pita, bread, pasta, couscous, rice, or your other cereals, and preferably whole grain because of the nutritional value of fiber. So that's the every meal. Then we go on to the next level, which is every day. Now in the diet here, the central key constituent, if you could choose one thing for the Mediterranean diet, is olive oil. Virgin, extra virgin, with the polyphenols and the whole ambiance. Dairies, preferably low fat, nuts and seeds and olives, these can be pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and the idea is traditionally use herbs and spices, not salt. In fact, another piece of advice to everybody here is when you sit down to eat, take the salt cellar off the table, okay? And use everything else around it and all the herbs and spices. And that's on every day. And then things that should be used in more moderation at this level weekly. That's poultry, white meat and chicken and turkey, fish and seafood, at least twice a week, and that's very good evidence that that helps against coronary disease. Eggs, now eggs gets a bad name, and I sometimes feel I should defend eggs, certainly the white of the egg. And somebody who's got normal cholesterol can have eggs, because the white of the egg is a very good source of biological protein, which is cheap. So let's not forget eggs, and if you're worried about your cholesterol, you can have the eggs, but leave out the yolks, the yellow, all right? And legumes. And potatoes are something in there. Potatoes, as we see it, and we had an argument yesterday, some people say we shouldn't have potatoes at all. I think that's being a little hard. And therefore, but it's not to be regarded as fruits and vegetables. Potatoes are somewhere up here on a weekly basis 2 times. And certainly not, I'm afraid, pommes frites. We try not to fry them. Above we have meat and processed meat, and at the very top, and this is really, is sweets and chocolate. Regard childhood obesity in Europe and in the States, and probably coming also into the Mediterranean countries. These canned soda drinks are lethal, in inverted commas, for kids getting obese. And in many schools now where they have machines to buy them, they've just been removed, and that's the best way to do it. It's not good. Go back to drinking ordinary water. Put a bit of lemon in the water to give it some taste, a little bit of zip. You don't have to buy these things. Discover a little bit about the lifestyle part of it. Even though in Greek, dieta does mean lifestyle as well as diet. So wine. Now, that's a hard one, because public health, to get people to drink wine or alcohol, is not a very good idea, because it's going to be in moderation. However, all the studies show that it is good for you. How much? For a woman, 20 grams a day, and for a man, 30 grams of alcohol, and preferably from wine. And how do you calculate it? Depends on the percentage alcohol what you're drinking. So beer is, what percent alcohol in beer? 5%. Wine, grape wine we had yesterday, 12%, and vodka and whiskey and the hard drinks is 40%, 40 grams per 100 ml. You can do the mathematics. 20 for women, 30 for men, in moderation, and if you can, culturally. Now, at the bottom is really what we think about the importance of the lifestyle. And what I read in English from Professor Garin from France was excellent sort of summary of what it's all about. It's not just what you eat, it's where you eat, how you eat, with whom you eat. The business of conviviality. Remember, a family who eats together stays together. Terribly important, eating together and in a proper atmosphere. PA, physical activity. You've got to work hard, you've got to play hard, but you've also got to learn how to rest and relax. Terribly important. Stress management. Seasonality means that you use the right fruits and vegetables in their time as they come through. Although, as Professor Garin mentioned, that now you get things all the year round. Traditional local products. We prefer to use the local products, the traditional ones, and considering biodiversity and ecological friendly. So, and all based on frugality. So there's all the time, every main meal, every day and weekly. That's the pyramid we are suggesting, and there are going to be some various artistic creations of this pyramid. So that's the modern Mediterranean diet pyramid and lifestyle for today. There have been various representations. This is from Spain, and this is from Italy, and we will see more and decide what's going on. Now, I do need to thank a lot of people. I'm here, as I said, representing a whole process, a task force, a consensus meeting, starting in 2004 with the Mediterranean Diet Foundation and the Forum of Mediterranean Food Cultures with Sandra Dernini, and in 2009 a consensus meeting in Parma of Cistan.